So what is the price we pay for not asking questions about our future? Corruption is not just a crime. It is a cancer, and it spreads slowly and sometimes invisibly. It feeds off on silence, on fear, on belief without curiosity and questioning. It survives in cultures where people are told, do not ask too many questions. Just trust the process, respect the authority, pray and wait. It thrives when people are comfortable in believing lies than confronting the truth. You see, belief without reflection creates the blind spots. And it is in these blind spots that corruption feeds off. When people stop questioning, when systems stop evolving, when we believe politicians without proof, when pastors are applauded without accountability and dignity, and they are not questioned, elders are without wisdom and understanding, corporations without consciousness, we become part of a machine that devours us rather than saving us. Let us talk and call it exactly what it is. When a country has billions of natural resources but the hospitals are crumbling, that's corruption. When kids go to school for 12 years and they come out and they still remain unemployed, that's corruption. When your mother dies because the medicine did not arrive, that's corruption. When the bribe determines the justice, that's corruption. When leaders fly private jets, while in the villages people have no clean water to drink, that's corruption. And the worst part of it is that we don't even react anymore. We have normalized these things. We have accepted the oppression. We don't question anymore. And even when we are presented with the information, we do not use the information we have. Yeah. Because we believe tomorrow will be better. But the data we have today tells us that the people that are in charge of our resources today are selling off our future. But we choose to believe anyway. We believe it not just because we know it, but because we somehow believe that's how things are. We say that's Africa, and then in Kenya we say hii ni Kenya. We laugh about it on Twitter. We say that's just politics. No, it's not just politics. It is people that are not supposed to be in government and selling off our future. That's the price we are paying for, because we are choosing to believe rather than to know. Because belief creates the numbness in your emotions. You feel overwhelmed. It tells you that pain is normal. It is a rite of passage. That dysfunction is tradition. That oppression is the divine order and the perfect plan. That suffering is what? Is credible. And that's just cancer growing. And let me give you examples that hurt, because they are true. A country like DRC Congo, trillions worth of minerals come out of the soil. The cobalt, the gold, even the ingredient that is used, the mineral core ingredient that is used to make our laptops and Tesla, come out of Congo. But there are children in this particular country that are still mining these minerals with bare hands. There are mothers that are being raped. There are bodies that are still missing. There are cities in the same country that still have no electricity. Why? Because belief said, let the West invest. Let the NGO fix it. Let's not rock the boat. So the boat was stolen. And South Africa apartheid ended only in paper, but the economy still run by the few. The land still stolen. Power still conned. The masses are still marching and dying in the streets and in squares, still begging for dignity. Believe still says, trust the process. Let democracy work. And the people are still waiting. In Nigeria, oil could feed the continent, but pipelines of profit feed only the elite. The whole communities are poisoned by the gas. Students kidnapped. Posters shot. The youth, they know. They are waking up. When they marched on the streets, they were silenced with bullets. And Believe said, don't question the government. Pray for peace and hope for the best. God will fight for us. That's what Believe said. But God is waiting on us. Is waiting on us to stop hiding behind this belief. Waiting for us to feel the rage we have buried under the religion. Waiting for the soul to speak louder than fear. Because nothing changes until we start knowing what is wrong and refusing to accept it as normal. And this is how soul education will help us wake up. It is not a luxury, really. It is a necessity. Because it is the kind of education that helps us question. When you educate the soul, you can no longer be fooled by this surface level propaganda. You start asking questions that unravel centuries. You start exposing systems. You start remembering your own power. You start protecting what's sacred. You start protecting what is sacred. You do not just pray instead of acting. You act where you are needed to act, and you pray when you are needed to pray. Yeah. Yes. You pray, then act like your prayers deserve to be answered. We cannot build a healed Africa on corrupted foundations. We cannot rise the consciousness of children in unconscious societies. We cannot carry forward the lies we were born into. Not if we love the future. If we do not stop this cancer, it will eat every dream, every moment, every child, every future, every truth. So it is time. It is time to rise with the fire in your knowing.